the recently respiratory rehabilitation in elderly patients with COVID-19, a randomized controlled trial published yesterday had included 6-minute walk test as the major thing. So next one is advanced journal, which says that 6-minute walk test can be applied as a uh, 6-minute walk test can be applied as a criterion for going to the hospital with the diagnosis of COVID-19. So these two journals, among the COVID, in the COVID itself, which is nothing but your terminal pneumonia. It will start with the red hepatization, gray hepatization, and the pulmonary resolution or pulmonary healing, which will be taking place. With that itself, 6-minute walk test has been addressed. Remember, for past 2 decades, 6-minute walk test has been a greater outcome measure because of its easy employability, if easy efficacy, and it become the gold standard for the clinical outcome measure, uh, especially lung, heart transplantation, anything, any field you take, cardiac field, especially cardiac failure, pre-post cardiac intervention, coronary intervention, angioplasty, percutaneous angioplasty, pediatric, especially Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, tenotomy, tendon replacement surgeries, or muscle replacement surgeries, nerve replacement surgery. All these things next one is the musculoskeletal osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. All these any field you take, you will find 6-minute walk test as the major outcome measure in the any field. So whether it is a surgical, medical management, physiotherapy management, nursing management, there are total chaos over the 6-minute walk test. But remember, many of these persons, they doesn't know exactly how to interpret. Many persons will tell that 6-minute walk test, it is a very easy thing to administer, and it is because you want to know only the 6-minute walk test distance and the desaturation level. Even 6-minute walk test distance, they won't note down. But remember, there are totally 12 parameters you must address whenever you are assessing the 6-minute walk test. Today, the class is on the same thing only. Okay. So, physiology behind 6-minute walk test. There are three gears of the wheel, three gears of our life. These are known as life gears. Like a car or any vehicle, you have gears properly functioning. There are three gears. One is heart, lung, and muscle. This muscle, heart, and lung should be tied properly, and these are viewed as a single organ, especially. So only this is known as washerman gears of life, they will call this. uh, so whenever one is rotating, the other will be also rotating along with that, because it is interconnected between each other through systemic circulation and pulmonary circulation. Yeah, whenever there is a problem in any one of the gears, the other will be overcompensated, especially whenever you are having a cardiac failure. Whenever you are having a cardiac failure, the other two organs, especially, before that we will come to the small muscle physiology. For basic exercise, if you want to move, you need carbohydrate, fats, and proteins. Proteins are the last one to break down, but the primary fuel source is fat, and fat is the primary fuel source. At rest, fat is the main thing. Whenever you are having a low intensity exercise, fat will be burnt. Whenever you are having a little higher intensity, carbohydrate will be burned. So first start, whenever you are doing exercise, fat will be the first thing to burn. For burning fat, you need oxygen. Everyone knows it. Oxygen is a good combustion of good supporter of combustion. Without oxygen, combustion can never happen. So muscle, whenever oxygen should come from your lung, circulated through the heart, and reaching the muscle for muscle metabolism of fat and protein. But remember, whenever muscle there is no oxygen in case of COPD, or heart is not supplying, uh, heart is not supplying the adequate amount of oxygen or giving out carbohydrate, carbon dioxide. Remember, muscle will be suffering, the fat metabolism won't be happening. So the next metabolism will be anaerobic metabolism. Anaerobic metabolism, the bigger issue is lactate accumulation. So all the, when one of the gear, when one of the gear is when one of the gear is failing, the other two will be compensating. In case of coronary artery disease, in case of cardiac failure, lung will be hyperventilating and muscle will be going for atrophy. That means whenever atrophy means your type 1 muscle fibers will be going for type 1 muscle fibers will be enlarged. Type 1 muscle fibers is type 1 will be start thinning. That is, only glucose will be saved, rather than fat metabolism won't be happening after. So the end product is fatigue, with lactic acid, which will always show that cardiac failure or a post lung transplant, osteoarthritis, those who are not immobilized, all these persons will have muscle atrophy at the end. They will be always fatigued in nature. So this will say about all the conditions. The 6-minute walk test can be used to see the outcome measure or predict the mortality in this kind of patient. So this is about the thing. Next is the measure of cardiorespiratory endurance. So cardiorespiratory endurance mainly depends upon the VO2 max, VO2 peak. VO2 max is the steady oxygen consumption you are seeing the thing. Steady heart rate, steady VO2, oxygen consumption is steady, but VO2 peak is wobbling of the thing. So usually whatever oxygen we are consuming is VO2 peak only. We will never achieve the plateau in oxygen consumption. So it can be measured through two ways. It can be measured through two tests. One is maximal test, which are gold standard, and another one is submaximal exercise test, which is estimating the estimating the submaximal exercise capacity or aerobic capacity. Now remember, the 6-minute walk test is always a submaximal exercise test, because maximal exercise test needs gas analyzer, heart rate telemeter. Telemeter means you must monitor for ECG, heart rate, everything. It should be on a telemeter wise. Saturation also. You must have seen in ICU and all. Those are telemetry measures. Those are called telemetry measures. Now protocols, it varies from place to place. Balke Bruce protocol, all those things. Maximum exercise test. But 6-minute, what are the criteria to say that this test is a maximal? There are 4 criteria, 5 criteria are there. One is blood lactate, respiratory exchange ratio, which is above, which is VCO2 by VO2, age predicted maximum heart rate, plateau, reaching plateau of VO2. Okay. Now coming to submaximal test, why it is very important means it is inexpensive. You don't need calorimetry, all those things, but you can estimate with the you will stop the person at a one particular rate or symptomatic. These are called symptomatic tests or submaximal exercise. Now, submaximal test is Bruce protocol, Balkevare. If you are doing in all these things in the treadmill, step test is there, Harvard step test, Queen's College's step test is there, timed walk test, 6-minute walk test, 12-minute walk test, 6-minute walk test, 4-minute walk test, 3-minute walk test, and 2-minute walk test. In that 6-minute walk test is the majority thing. Why means for any aerobic endurance to happen, you must address both anaerobic and anaerobic. That is, both carbohydrate metabolism and fat metabolism. Means you must you must be exactly at 3 to 6 minutes. That is the normal thing. 3 to 6 minutes only you must have. So only all your Bruce protocol, Balkevare, Bruce protocol, Harvard test, step test, all Queen's College step test, all is made up of three. 3 minute step only. So you must be between 3 to 6 minutes for any test. So 6 minute test walk test is a very apt self-paced walk test. This is addressed everywhere in the literature. So 6 minute walk test is a widely established test which will give about a prognosis, intervention effects, outcome measure for even pharmacological intervention like radiotherapy, uh, like radiotherapy, even bronchodilators, azantheprin, cytotoxic drug, cyclophosphamide, any drug you want to assess, a pharmacological agent, be is beta blockers, inotropic drug efficacy. All these drugs has one functional measure, that is everyday specific daily specific test is 6 minute walk test only, because it is easily employed and it has a very prognostic value for the test. So you must walk, the test is nothing but very simple. You must have a 30-meter hallway which should be around, and the two cones will be placed. The person should be walk to and fro, to and fro between the cones, and the number of laps count, number of laps and the partial lap, last distance in the partial lap will be adding to the 6 minute walk test value. So if you could notice, there are two cones between the 30-meter hallway walk, and the person should walk to and fro, and at the end of 6 minutes the person should be the distance covered, it should be monitored, monitoring the heart rate, your respiratory rate, minute ventilation, and saturation, heart rate recovery, and heart rate variability. Everything you can check with the 6 minute walk test. And a mean VO2 can be predicted. A mean VO2 can predicted from this test. You the between the cones you can go for the 30-meter rounds. So remember, this was this VO2 prediction is a regression equation. If you put a 6 minute walk test distance here, you will come to know about the mean VO2, consumed in the 6 minute walk test distance. This 6 minute walk test distance is in meters. That means if the person had walked 300 meters, it will be around 10 ml per kg per minute. So that is the estimate. This explains the 65 percentage of variation. So this is published in 2010. Ross, Robert Ross is a very great person. Ross Arena they will call. This person have published the same thing. So next is the 6 minute. We have published this study in 2014. This is the first study that is uh, this is the first study. Uh, this is the first study to be published in quoting the normative values. That means for age, height, weight for a person, how much he can walk. Consider a 60 years old with 150 centimeters, and 60 kgs, walks 500. The same peer group of same peer, that means the with the any ailment like a chronic heart disease, chronic disease, with any other disease like a sarcoidosis, liver diseases, anybody who walks 300 meters only, and the person with the chronic disease has is 60 percentage normal. But after giving a radiotherapy or anti-inflammatory drugs or life-saving drugs you are giving, and the person had improved the walk distance by 400 meters, he had raised to 80 percentage. That means 20 percentage difference from the baseline. So it is very important for prognosis, diagnosis. Even diagnosis can be made. I will say how to go for diagnosis with the 6 minute walk test. Now we'll go for, there are various articles in the Indian arena itself are put forward. It should be a region specific thing. Healthy normal, North India, South India, because everyone differs in diet, race, practice of physical activity, rural and urban things also. There are no researches has been done in rural and urban areas a difference. We feel that there will be a certain difference because a 90-year-old rural women can walk much better than the 40 years old urban man. This is my conception and this is my own experience. I guess everyone will accept with me. So these are the things is still yet to be found. So variability and standardization in 6 minute walk test, uh, in 6 minute walk test can be should be done. Okay, so it is very important. So very important to have a variable standardization of the 6 minute according to American Thoracic Society and American Heart Association. Factors affecting 6 minute walk test performance is hallway versus treadmill, because it can be put on the 6 minute walk test can be tried on the treadmill itself, but only one thing, we are not very familiarized. So factors affecting 6 minute walk test performance is hallway, and if hallway is there, we can easily walk around the cones. But if it is the same treadmill, remember many rural women, we have in 10 years of clinical field earlier, before some 6 years back. Remember, I have seen anybody, a person, a woman will wear sari, very reluctant to, because a treadmill, there is a problem, because when we are moving, the environment will move in the sideways, whereas we will be moving forward. But in treadmill, the floor will be moving, where the environment and ourselves will be stationary. I guess everyone will accept. This will cause changes in the vestibular system, creating a false fatigue, uh, vertigo, all those things. Cases and all, cases of fall we have seen in our treadmill walk itself. So it is better to use the hallway rather than the treadmill. And VO2 max is falsely lowered with the treadmill calculation, 6 minute walk test distance. Now, next one is circular with linear track. In circular track, everyone will feel fatigue because of the centripetal force. Everyone must take several turns instead of walking a straight pathway. So it is better to use a linear track. Length of the course, it should be at least 30 meters, because 10 meters track and all, if you are using, you must go several times around the track. So it is very important. You must have a 30 meter, at least 30-meter long walkway. So walking aid, a walking aid, if the person is using walking aid, he must be administered 6 minute walk test with the walking aid only. Don't plug 6 minute the walking aid from him and make walk, because of imbalance, fear of fall and all. Falsely, the 6 minute walk test will be lowered, so distance will be lower. So next is oxygen or carrying ability. Remember, you must determine whether the person needs oxygen or not. Many cases in sarcoidosis, COPD, in case of person with respiratory distress, critical care survivor, all these persons require oxygen. Even in case of some cardiac failure, recent cardiac transplant, recent pulmonary effusion, pleural effusion, pneumonia survivor, all these persons require thoracotomy, lobectomy. All these persons require at least oxygen saturation monitoring, because anything in rest, if the person is below 89 percentage, definitely the person definitely needs a supplemental oxygen. If the resting state itself less than 79 percentage, please never administer 6 minute walk test in them, because you are causing cardiac overload and death is very common during 6 minute walk test itself. Next is carrying ability. If the oxygen cylinder, you must have seen the oxygen cylinder. There are two types of cylinder commonly India will be having. One is portable cylinders I am talking about. One is a bulk cylinder, which is a larger one. Definitely no one can carry that thing. Beta type cylinder is a small cylinder you can carry in the small wheelbarrow kind of thing, but it is very difficult and heavy in nature. So you must assist the person along with that, or the caregiver should assist. So but it is the person, they say that it will modify the cadence of the person or 6 minute walk test of the participant itself. Remember, the person should can use the mobile oxygen cylinders, mobile oxygen belts, tiffin box cylinder kind of thing. So instructions and encouragement, there is a standardization of 6 minute walk test using encouragement, because every minute you must give the instruction of, you must go as far as possible rather than as fast as possible. Remember, both the instruction can modify the 6 minute walk test by at least 54 meters, they have said, which will be a meaningful clinical interpretable difference. In medications, beta blockers, beta anticholinergic drugs, inotropic drugs, corticosteroids can modify, especially salbutamol, inhalers, spaces before rotahalers before exercise, uh, breathing fresh oxygen before the thing. All these things, perfumes, even perfume smelling, also it will alter the 6 minute walk test. You must be very careful with the medications you must use. So next is, remember treadmill walk test. Treadmill walk test is the treadmill walk test is not a real time or reflect real time real life. Belt speed and belt speed or in coordination will cause falsely lowered 6 minute walk test. Advantages useful in small clinics, wall mounted oxygen supply, physiological measures. Remember, whenever the person is walking in the hallway, you cannot measure BP and all every minute, or you must run behind the person to see the saturation, the pulse oximeter. But the main advantage of treadmill 6 minute walk test is physiological measures are very common, very easily can be taken from the thing. What are the prerequisites of the 6 minute walk test? Good 6 minute walk test. History comorbidities. Remember, you must assess, because the patient is in your hand, you must assess whether the person is stable or not. Other comorbidities, the person is having end stage renal disease, a catheter or not, a person is menstruating or not, very important, they are in menstrual periods or not. Because of the pad fall, all those things, it will alter the 6 minute walk test distance and the hesitancy. uh, the next one is the person with recent surgeries, lobectomy, the catheters you are placing, ICD, intercostal drainage tubes, Venflon, for IV drug things and all. You must be very careful with all these extra tubings. So supplemental oxygen supply, whether they are in high flow and low flow oxygen devices. Low flow oxygen devices are nasal cannula with less than 4 liters of 3 liters of oxygen, whereas the high flow will be given more than 4 liters of oxygen. Definitely, you should not give 6 minute walk test in the person with high flow oxygen, but you can titrate with the Venturi valves there. Smoking, caffeine, alcohol should be deferred for at least 48 hours before the 6 minute walk test. Beta blockers with the help of the physician, family physician, the and your own physician, can you can check with whether you can alter the beta blockers dosage or not. You can just check. But remember, you must be BLS ready. That means basic life support. You must be a current practitioner and ready to take risk. Then only 6 minute walk test hallway can be possible. Remember, the hallway should be adequately lighted with the adequate protected. Remember, we have seen people falling and having a head injury itself. That was my that was my in 2000, in 2012, when we are addressing, the person had a hit in the corridor itself, a bleeding head injury, mild head injury. It is very common. You cannot predict a person, because the person, when they are coming to the family, the physician, it will take long time for all the physician consultation, drug management, nursing care, and finally they will come for 6 minute walk test. At the time, you must be careful in resuscitating. So equipments, undisturbed walkways, color coded meters should be there for visible, and mobile spirometer for FE1 or FEC. if you are suspecting exercise induced bronchospasms. Pulse oximeters, crash cart and rehab nurse nearby. Check with the physician whether to conduct with the bronchodilators or not. Physician presence, if the person is a terminal stage or end of life care, you must have a physician along with you. Now, see, you can look at the pictures itself. The first person is the sarcoidosis case. So the bigger issue is the first person is a sarcoidosis. You see the mentality. Uh, he's very much relaxed with the 2 liter oxygen, 2 liter oxygen. He's very comfortable and he's sitting relaxed. These persons and all you can put them on 6 minute walk test. But look at this second person, terminal stage carpal nail, type 2 respiratory failure with the 2 liter, same 2 liter, but see the forehead, frowning, eyes closed, and sternocleidomastoid is prominent. Respiratory distress you can see very clearly in these persons. So these persons are not fit for a 6 minute walk test. You must be very careful. So with this kind of persons. So we'll come to the next one. Now the next one you must monitor for the along with the speech you can you see the thing? So he is very much his respiratory distress is there, but he's still it's okay. The next person is a muscular dystrophy case along with COPD. Look at the thing. These persons and all very difficult to watch over the 6 minute walk test. Even a 20-meter difference in prognosis, it can decide the prognosis by 5-year mortality. So the next one is the bronchopleural fistula. In case of pneumothorax, you can pick the bag, make the person walk with the thing itself. It is very important to see whether the bronchopleural fistula is patent or not. If it is not patent, you must inform the physician. So you must monitor for all these things. Next one is you look at this person, very highly distressed with the thing, with the rehab itself, but he's not able to walk at all. He is not able to do at all, but he is continuously complaining. These are complaining terminal stage patients. Next one is you look at the desaturation level, slowly picking up. Remember, these persons the resting level 76 and all, it will tell you you must not do 6 minute walk test without oxygen supply. It is a fast recovery. It is a fast recovery thing. Though 76 ml the person is going, they can be benefited with the uh, with the oxygen thing. So look at here. Hello. இல்ல போயிட்டு நான் கூப்பிடுறேன். So the next one is the you can see the picking up of the spirometry faster and the heart rate going down. These persons and all will be benefited with the 6 minute walk test very fast. The next person you see the we did a 6 minute treadmill 6 minute treadmill test. Look at the cadence. He is frightened. So these and all these are important implications. The next one is sometimes amputee also will come, peripheral arterial disease. This person is a peripheral arterial disease with diabetes, terminal diabetes. Look at the thing. They can easily they can walk. They will be comfortable. This is a non-responding desaturation level. Even if you want to walk, this is the person with the bronchopleural fistula. But look at this person, a 90 years old, a current smoker, is comfortably talking and doing the arm exercise. This person is not stable. So you, as a clinician, you must take a call on whether to continue with the 6 minute walk test. So what are the termination criteria? So excessive dyspnea associated with the cardiac symptoms and drop in saturation less than 79 percentage, increasing in nervous system ataxia, dizziness or near syncope, signs of poor perfusion, subjects desire to stop. These are the 4 absolute termination criteria with the 6 minute walk test. What are the testing variables? Exercise heart rate, pulse oximeter, heart rate variability. It is a very very big topic. I don't want to cover in this thing. Heart rate variability, low heart rate variability means say every each and every second the heart rate should vary. That means RR interval should vary. That and all it will determine the 6-minute walk test efficacy. So heart rate recovery within 1 minute, the person should have dropped the heart rate, maximum heart rate by at least 13 beats. It is known as heart rate recovery. If it is not there, then heart rate recovery is poor. So peak exercise heart rate, if the person, so take home message, every 1 minute at least 10 beat increase should be there in the heart rate in the 6-minute walk test. If the heart rate is not increased by 10 beats, it is known as chronotropic incompetence. Next is exercise BP. Exercise BP also same. Every 1 minute you must increase by at least 10 mm Hg. That means in the basic, if they are there by 110 and all, they must rise up to 160. So this is the common thing. And next is exercise ECG. If it is required, subjective symptoms of angina, dyspnea should be monitored. METs, that is metabolic equivalent, VO2 percentage, predicted aerobic capacity. And 6-minute walk test interpretation. What are the interpretation you will be listening is, there are numerous 6-minute walk test implications. One is walk distance, that is predicted percentage. If it is less than 300 meters, walk distance, if it is more than 300 meters, the person is normal or fit for surgery. And if you are giving any intervention, the between the first 6 minute and second 6 minute, if the walk distance is 54 meters or more, 54 meters difference is there, then it is known as efficacious treatment. Next is desaturation level of less than 89 percentage for test, or less than more than 4 percentage, there is a poor prognosis. Gait velocity or speed 94 to 108 steps per minute if it is normal, that is moderate to vigorous exercise. 0.40 meter per second. You can check with any apps are available to check the pace of the patient. Walk work walk work means body weight into distance, the amount of distance into the body weight in kgs. It will determine, that is force is equal to work is done by work is equal to weight into distance. Everyone knows it. So distance desaturation index, it is, if it is less than 200 meters, that means it is the product of distance and the desaturation level. If it is a distance is 200 and desaturation is 1, then it will become 200 meter percentage. More the desaturation, if it is less than the thing, so if it is less than the 200 meter percentage, it should be less than 200 meter percentage. If it is more than 200 percentage, the prognosis is very poor. Heart rate less than 13 beats, I already said, it is the heart rate recovery. bp changes bp changes drop of 10 millimeter thing, or rise of 200 millimeter mercury. Heart rate recovery within a minute, at least 70 percentage fall. So next is dyspnea and fatigue. It is measured by the Borg exertion, 12 to 13 12 to 13 of 6 to 20 grade. In that grade you can rise. Other symptoms of angina, claudication, ataxia, it will tell about how far cardiac, pulmonary and the muscle is fixed in the gear together. So these are the common things, a common notification. MCID in the recent uh, review, you can find in the 2016 they have done a meaningful clinical interpretable difference is, it should be at least 14 to 30.5 meters. If it is there, then the treatment is efficacy in nature. Efficacies. Now, how to interpret 6-minute walk test distance and the other variables. If a person is a cardiac, his heart rate will be more than 85% of age predicted maximum heart rate. You will see a difference in the pulses paradoxes. A poor VO2, oxygen consumption will be poor, which we can be estimated from the 6-minute walk distance. I told you in the first slide. Pale or dry skin, excessive diaphoresis. Diaphoresis is excessive sweating. Fainting. Fainting is the first sign of cardiac compromise. Chest pain, angina. If the symptoms are there, the person is a cardiac from 6-minute walk test itself. Whereas in pulmonary, desaturation levels will be less than 85%, respiratory rate more than 50% baseline. If the person baseline is 12 and he is now 18 during the 6-minute walk test, then he is a ventilatory disorder person. Remember that. So breathlessness, any sternocleidomastoid or scalene muscle action, and the indrawing of chest wall muscle, respiratory distress, and cyanosis, the blue coloration in the tongue, chin, and the peripheral fingers. Clubbing associated will tell about the congenital cardiac diseases along with the respiratory disorder. Bronchiectasis, bronchiectasis, drumstick appearance or parrot beak appearance. Musculoskeletal, in case of neuromuscular, that means Stapes dorsalis, cerebral palsy, demyelinating disorder, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. All these things, there won't be any changes in the vitals. That means heart rate will be normal, minute ventilation will be normal, no costal indrawing. But the problem with, they will perceive dyspnea, fatigue, balance loss, fall will be there, pain will be there, neurogenic laceration in case of sciatic handle, and the poor distance covered. That is a maximum distance covered. So until now we have covered about the 6-minute walk test distance. See, we didn't use the supplemental oxygen. See the desaturation level. Can you see the desaturation level? From 97, 91 they went. I already told you, if anything less than 4%, it is desaturation or ventilatory limitation. Dyspnea is there? Yes. That means ventilatory limitation is severe. Ventilatory limitation is severe. Fatigue is the main symptom of cardiac. So the person is having a combined ventilatory cardiac disorder. Ventilatory cardiac disorder. So case of COPD, pulse bradycardia, excellent functional capacity. You see the functional capacity, it's normal. It's normal. A predicted percentage is normal. Next question is, find the person. Find the diagnosis of the person. You look here, a heart rate is very, very high. Desaturation went up to 79%. The person is definitely a restrictive disorder. Obstructive means you cannot go behind 85. No dyspnea, fatigue is there. See here, this is the main, very important thing. And look at the distance covered. It is 106%. It's 106%. The person has underlying stable restrictive lung disease, especially dry bronchitis through the COPD. So see the severe significant walk desaturation from the baseline, cardiac overload is there, maybe because of the carpulmonary. Combined ventilatory restriction and cardiac overload with no compromise in the walk capacity. This is the diagnosis. So like this, you can go on with the diagnosis of the person. See here, the next very interesting thing is, look here, he is almost normal, walk distance is normal, the saturation is within the limit, but see the dyspnea, he is the unstable dyspnea, his breathlessness becomes more, breathlessness is more, a moderate ventilatory limitation with not compromising the functional capacity. So there are so many things you can do. Even a prognosis also. I'm sorry. See the prognosis. Prognosis also. This lady had a desaturation level, mild desaturation level, a moderate amount of functional capacity, moderate amount of functional capacity. See the 8 months difference between the follow. See the 8 months difference in the follow. Now after the treatment, she had improved. She had improved by 15 percentage from the baseline. Now look here, the desaturation levels, nothing is changing, but the baseline had dropped down. He is progressing, but a stable disease, stable disease, stable disease, and is responding to the medications. Remember in 2012, and the last one was taken in 2015. Look here. This is a typical person for lung transplantation. They have posted for lung transplantation, but because of the rehabilitation, he was kept at a higher level of functional capacity. Remember, for a transplantation, you must have a good functional capacity, but not responding to the your rehab does not changes any desaturation level. -3, now within 3 years he had increased the desaturation level. That means the lung is worsening. In spite of his improvement in the functional capacity, it's worsening. So he is ready for transplantation. It's fit for transplantation. Now based on exercise, you can prescribe exercise based on the thing to calculate appropriate 80 percentage on the first week, second week 90 percentage, third week 100 percentage of 6-minute walk test. You can predict like that. We have published recently how to use 6-minute walk test as a guide for exercise prescription with the chronic pulmonary disorders. You can see the reference at the thing. It is very clearly explained. Training walk speed at the first week, second week, third week, 80 percentage, 90 percentage, and fourth week you must have at the first every end of the first month, that is 4 weeks, you must calculate the new 6-minute walk test. So this is how you can make it out 6-minute walk test with the Google Fit app itself or a Fitmate app. Now recently app is there. So you may ask, with all this information, where and all I can apply, what and all clinical population. So these are the obesity, you can apply in obesity. They have told that 6-minute walk test can predict VO2 in persons with obesity. Reference values also given for recently by the Indian population 2017, and it can in pulmonary artery hypertension, especially sarcoidosis, pulmonary pneumoconiosis, all these persons they have used this thing recently. Everything are between 2014 to 18 onwards. So 6-minute walk test has tremendously gathered the attention. Next is CABG. Everyone nowadays started using the. It can predict similar to that of lab-based cardiopulmonary exercise test. So it's a potent, it's an indicator for recovery for undergoing the cardiac surgery. Phase 1 to phase 2, 6-minute walk test distance is the main indicator. Next one is British Journal of Anesthesia. After major surgery, abdominal postoperative pulmonary complication reviews have been used. See, I told you it is the recent one. Predict disability-free survival after surgery, major surgery. Peripheral arterial disease, obviously 6-minute walk test is one of the best predictor for the 6-minute walk test distance. And cancer, 6-minute walk test as a good predictor of in the cancer survivors. Stroke, so many literature reviews are there. Pregnancies, recently they have found that you look at this August 2019 only. So they have used 6-minute walk test in the late pregnancy. They have found that a maternity risk will be predicted very easily by the 6-minute walk test distance, and in critical illness survivor. That's all. Any questions? I'll be very happy to answer.